The story of this bow and arrow set began with a trip taken by Dr. Eric Jensen to the Tampapata region of Peru, near Puerto Maldonado. Though his eventual destination was Bolivia, Dr. Jensen agreed to be taken by a guide to one of the remote indigenous villages along the Madre de Dios River. There, the natives were friendly and willing to trade, bringing the bow and arrows into Dr. Jensen's possession at the expense of one Swiss army knife. Although we cannot be positive about the tribal origin of the set, whether it came from an Aracambut or Ese'Eja tribe, the important roles that the weapon has held in both communities is indisputable. What is in debate, however, is how much longer that significance will last. Because of the many villages wedged in between the Amazon jungle and the banks of the Madre de Dios, hunting and fishing are pivotal activities which help to sustain the tribes. For a long time, bows and arrows had been the most efficient way of accomplishing those feats. There is also a long historical reputation within the Ese'Eja of their bellicose natures manifesting in their actions. Hundreds of years ago, their bows and arrows ended the lives of thousands of enemy tribes. Unfortunately, both of those activities, which have worked to form the characteristics of the tribes over the years, are changing with the times. Guns and ammunition have been introduced to most of the tribal villages, providing them with a more efficient method of hunting, and nets are now used by men to fish. Also, the times of constant warring has passed, limiting the tribesmen's defense to keeping out unwanted tourists. Because of this, the newer generations of natives are not willing to continue on the traditions passed down by their ancestors, bow and arrow making being one of them. Despite being a pivotal part of their history and culture, the Aracambut and Ese'Eja alike are seeing a decline in those willing to take the time in order to keep the bow and arrow custom alive. Today, there are efforts by researchers and cultural activists to make record of and encourage the continuation of traditions like these. But for the tribes along the Madre de Dios, the threat of this cultural loss may have already come to pass.